Hey everyone, this is Alpaca and I wanted to tell you 3 things I do to get the best video footage out of the Olympus E-M1 Mark II. For the most part, this will apply to the Olympus E-M1 Mark III, Olympus E-M1X, and to the Olympus E-M5 Mark III. First, if you're shooting primarily talking head videos, like this, for YouTube, shoot in regular 4K instead of Cinema 4K. There's no benefit to shooting in Cinema 4K with talking heads because the variable bitrate in Cinema 4K typically drops down to about 50-60 megabits per second, while the regular 4K maintains a bitrate in the high 80s to low 50s regardless of what's going on and how much motion is happening. The other disadvantage of shooting in Cinema 4K is simply that it crops into a 17:9 ratio, so it's not actually wider than regular 4K. It is a higher resolution, so it's sampling more megapixels, but it still loses its advantage in talking heads like this when the bitrate drops down. I've had videos where the bitrate has dropped down to the 50s when I had dark clothing on, or if there's something black or really dark in the scene. It makes a difference in the video quality. This suggestion really only applies if you are shooting talking heads like this, but if you're making a narrative film, vlogging, shooting outdoor scenes, and have motion, bright colors, then shoot Cinema 4K to take advantage of the potentially higher bitrates, because with brighter scenes, motion, and some planning, you're more likely to get the higher than 100 megabits per second bitrates. I think I've said bitrates a bunch of times already. Second, another reason to shoot in regular 4K over Cinema 4K is the video is broken down into 5-minute 20-second intervals instead of being broken into 2-minute 15-second intervals. I don't typically have long videos, so 5 minutes is long enough. Even videos that I shoot for work typically don't go past 4 to 5 minute runs. We typically cut before that 5-minute 20-second break. Third, don't shoot in OM log or flat picture profiles. You can't modify those in any way, so it looks very digital when you shoot in those modes. When you shoot in the regular profiles, you can customize the picture profiles, and I typically swap between natural with the sharpness turned down and custom, which is natural with the sharpness, contrast, and saturation turned all the way down. This eliminates the digital sharpness, giving the footage a much more organic look. And if you compare the custom natural profile, it's actually as flat as the flat picture profile. I tend to use natural most of the time for talking heads, for these YouTube videos, because I do find the footage to look good out of the camera, and I don't typically grade my footage. I just record it, then edit what I need to edit and upload. I shoot in the custom profile when I find myself in a contrasty situation and need a bit more dynamic range. Keep in mind this is 8-bit footage, so it's a bit more limited compared to 10-bit, but honestly it serves me and my work well enough. There's no replacement for a good lighting setup, and that includes outdoors and daytime. Doesn't matter if it's 8-bit or 10-bit. Remember, there are a lot of large budget films shot with 8-bit cameras, even in the last 5 to 6 years, and they all still hold up very well to today's standards. I hope these 3 tips help you as much as they've served me so far. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Oh, and Happy New Year!